Fort Carson selected to be coronavirus quarantine site. What's going on, guys? I'm AK Electric. It is Friday, the 7th of February, 2020. Got some fresh coronavirus stuff for you. Apparently, they're setting up quarantine sites here in the United States. Fort Carson, just one of several U.S. military bases to be used to accommodate, they say, 1,000 people who may be quarantined. I hear there's several cruise ships stuck at sea, people infected on these ships, all kinds of stuff going on. This is mainly going to focus on the United States. So let's look at the current map. 31,000 infected, 638 dead. Again, is this map reliable? I don't know. In the United States, we're getting more and more cases. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 plus. Maybe in the United States confirmed, just what they're telling us. Forbes puts this out. AI predicts coronavirus could infect 2.5 billion, kill 53 million. Although doctors say that's not credible. Well, who knows if we're being told the truth about any of this. You see all these scary videos coming out of China of people laying dead everywhere and these horror stories from nurses and doctors, and you just wonder how much of it's true, how much of it's fear-mongering. I'm sure people are doing it for views in some cases, but who knows? Have you seen these hospitals they're erecting in China? Are these for the coronavirus? Or are these, for people to go and die? I mean, look at the pictures of these things. Doesn't look like they're trying to isolate people. I understand they're having to do this in a great hurry, but interesting article from Zero Hedge on, are these just death camps? People are going to die. More Chinese cities shut down as virus death toll rises. This is February 5 from the AFP. Now, funeral home worker in Wuhan says they are working 24 hours to cremate bodies. Again, I don't know this source. Take it with a grain of salt. Government unveils. Now here, let's get into the. I want to go back to NLE 2009, all the way up to like Jade Helm 15. We were talking about stuff like RFID bracelets and things like this back in 2009. Government unveils new electronic tags for people under coronavirus home quarantine. Now, this is eerily similar to a video that came out in 2009. Anybody remember this guy standing on this stage? What was he talking about? He was talking about RFID bracelets, permanent RFID bracelets that show that you have been vaccinated against whatever the virus was that they were going to put out at the time. I forget the virus we were talking about at the time. But this is a video from 2009. It took me a while to find it. It was re-uploaded in 2014. Definitely check this out against the last link I gave you, because this could very easily be the reality in the United States. I'm not saying, luckily nothing come of this yet. But let me remind you of Rex 84. That's Readiness Exercise 1984. Classified scenario drill developed by the United States federal government to detain large amounts of United States citizens deemed to be national security threats in the event of a president declared national emergency. Well, if the coronavirus went viral here as it is in China, what do you think it would look like if the United States, cities in the United States were quarantined like they are over in China? Think about this stuff. Think about everything we've talked about from NLE 09 onward. They have trained for this stuff. I got another link. U.S. FEMA concentration camps in case of martial law. Of course, we've been talking about this over the years. There's camps all over this country. If the coronavirus were to explode and become a big thing here, just like it is in China, our government has trained and drilled, and they're ready for something like this. This is what people like myself and others have been, sounding alarms over for years. This article goes on to talk about FEMA coffins, these grave liners that are stacked everywhere. While the coronavirus, these FEMA coffins may come in very handy in that case, now wouldn't it? Let's talk about Jade Helm 15 conspiracy theories. I love how everything is a conspiracy theory, even though this actually happened. We all watch it happen. Jade Helm 15 conspiracy theories based on Jade Helm 15 United States military training exercise took place in multiple U.S. cities between July 15 and September 15, 2015. Exercise which involved 1,200 personnel from 4 of the 5 branches of U.S. military designed to train soldiers in skills needed to operate in overseas combat environments. Absolutely not. They do not have to operate in cities in the United States in order to train. They have mock cities built out in the deserts for stuff like this. But we all called BS on this stuff when it was going down. And it wasn't just 2015. Like I said, I got involved in this in 2008, 2009. Here's an article from 2013. Military drills in black helicopters in U.S. cities spark panic. They have been training for this scenario for at least 11 years that I've been doing this stuff. goes back probably way beyond that. Well, 1984, that was in Rex 84, that was in 1984. You know, the United States military has trained. And I'm not trying to spark fear at anybody. I'm just saying, if the coronavirus, this AI is predicting all these billions of people possibly going to be infected, who knows what we're being told, if we're being told the truth about anything. Everybody's so distracted with all this impeachment crap and all that. I don't want to get into that. But all I'm saying is remain vigilant. And remember all of the things we've talked about all these years. Because we may wake up tomorrow and find ourselves in that reality. You know how you're going to deal with that. Know your exit strategy. Check your bug out gear. Make sure your stuff's in order in case you got to get out into the woods or something. Just remain vigilant is all I'm saying. And I want to put a link at the bottom. Shepard and Bellis over at Intellihub has put out a call for recon requests, military vehicle and troop movements in the continental United States in case of coronavirus lockdown. If you have any information regarding military movements or anything like we've saw between NLE 09 and Jade Helm 15, any sort of weird military stuff you see in military equipment being moved on trains or anything like that, please send it to Intellihub. I will put a link. Watch his short video there. He tells you how you can contact the Intellihub. And that's all I got for this one, guys. Please rate this video. Please pass it around. Make people aware. And be advised, they're talking about quarantine camps here in the United States, something we've talked about for years, about how our government has trained. Our government, our military has trained for these scenarios, and it could very well become reality. I remember Jericho, the Hudson River virus, they were quarantining people. Just remain vigilant. Keep your eyes open for anything suspicious. You guys take care, stay safe. I will see you all in the next one.